List tiles are my favorite widget. List tile is one of my favorite widgets in Flutter because it really gives you the cool flexibility to work within widgets. All right, so let me just go straight to the point. Let me start by adding a body to this particular project. So I'm just going to say body. Just okay, so I already have a body here, and I have a const with a center widget, and I have a text of a list tile. Let's put this into action. How can we add up a list tile to this project? And talking about list tile, what does list tile do? All right, so basically I'm just going to remove the whole center widget. Then I start up by calling the list tile, just like this list tile. Now within this list tile, when I just save this, you will see that nothing will really show up here because list tile also has some properties. As we normally do, just hold Control on a keyboard, then click on the list tile, and you will see the properties the list tile really contains. So it has a leading, a title, a subtitle, trailing, and a whole lot, styles and all that. So we're just gonna dive deep into this. Let's go back to our main. Now we can add up a title, and that can be any widget, and I am going to use a text widget for this. Then I say list tile title. Perfect. Then I just have to add a const here. Okay, let me just add it up way right here. Perfect. Now when I save this, you will see a list tile here. Basically, this is a title, so definitely we can add a subtitle, right? So let me just reformat this for you to see what I'm really doing clearly. So we have a title here. You can add up a subtitle, and that can also return a text. And we're just going to say list tile subtitle, just like this. And you will see a lighter gray subtitle color here. And also remember that these text also can be styled. So you can add a style, which is a text style, and you can add colors to this. And I can say colors.blue, and I can set the strength to maybe 900. That really works cool. But if I'm working with colors from a text style, then I have to remove the const from here. Then I have to specify this as well. So when I save this, there you go, it now changes to deep blue. Okay, so I can set up the font weight to bold. Okay, now you see it is fully customizable, as you can see from here. The same thing applies to the subtitle as well. So you can add up a new style, just like the same thing. Copy that, and let's just bring it way here. But in this case, I'm not going to use the font weight in any ways of this. And also, I'll just love to remove the strength here just to make this for a reference. So this is a list tile I've added so far, and that looks great. Now, the next thing we have to talk about is something called the leading icon. Basically the leading icon is just an icon which comes before all the text. So let's assume that this is going to be maybe a person's profile. You can add it up way right here, right? So how can we do that? Just come here and then say leading, just like that. And that can be a text, that can be an icon image, an icon widget, that can be a circular avatar widget. I mean, any widget you want to use at all, it really works fine. So in my case, I prefer to use an icon. So I'm just going to call icon widget, then I specify the properties of this. So it's going to be icons dot person, So I'm just going to use person just like this. And let me just add the const here. There you go. And we have the icon here. It really works amazing. So you can specify the size of the icon, make it maybe 20 or, you know, anything like that. And, you know, so let's just make it something like 50. It's kind of cool. Okay, so this really works perfectly fine. So this is our leading icon. And talking about this is the leading icon, right? And then we have the trailing icon. The trailing icon basically is the end of the widget. You know, is the right side of the widget, and that can be found here. So let's assume this is a contact application, right? Or a phone book application. So the name is going to be here. So that is going to be iSoft Original. And the list style subtitle is actually going to be, you know, a number or something like that. Okay. So I have this to be a one contact number. So I can use a trailing icon to edit the contact number, right? Okay, so let's use trailing, and I can set it up to an icon. And within the icon, I can say icons.edit, just like this. Basically, I'll set the size to 50 as I did for the previous one. Then I save it. So there you go. We have a bigger pen. So let's set it up to 40 or maybe 20 or 30 is kind of cool. Okay, so this is what we have done so far, and you can see basically it really works so simple and so beautiful, just like this. If you think you want to work with the styles of this, you can really do that. So this is how list tile really works. This is how they really works. They really works amazingly, and you can take your time, do a whole lot of things to this. Right, guys? Okay, so you can go ahead and then wrap this up with a card, right? So wrap it up with a widget, and I'm just gonna call a card widget right here. And I save this, automatically you will see a card around that, and that looks very, very interesting. So let me set the elevation to 5 to see it very well. There you go. Then I just wrap a whole padding within this card, right? Just want to wrap a whole padding within this card. So I'm just going to cut this card. Then I add a padding, and this padding, I'll just set the padding to edge insert dot all. Then I set it up to maybe 18, right? Then I set a child of this to what I copied, just like this, right, guys? Okay, so let's just add a const here to fix those errors. Now you will see the pattern really works fine. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. This is absolutely for beginners who are willing to know more, and you know, with a clear explanation on Flutter. If you find this video to be helpful for you, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like the video, and share the video as well. And also, leave any comment within the section, below the section, and I will be very, very happy to get to you guys. Until then, have a nice day, and iSoft Original is out.